Alright guys, Justin here at Sandia Valley Services LLC, based out of Rio Rancho. This is one of the first times we're doing this. Just picked up a GoPro. We're out here in Farmington, New Mexico. We're spreading some gravel, doing a full xeriscape for the Navajo Ministries, where they take in kiddos and they teach them about our good Lord, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's what they do around here. They care for them, they take care of them. So we're gonna be here taking care of these guys. We got Josiah on the Bobcat. We got Steven hitting all the edges. We got Dominic and Manuel kind of guiding Josiah and digging out around the tree lines and stuff. So basically what we're gonna be doing is starting all the way at that property over there. We're starting to remove all of the dead grass, remove all of the dead sod, remove everything, only going a 1-inch depth as customers requested. And basically we're going to be spreading 105 tons of straight gravel. And that 105 tons, this is about 25-30 of those tons. And then on the lower campus is another 50 tons. So all we're waiting for is, I believe, another 30 or so tons. So we definitely got our hands cut out for us. It's a little over 25,000 square feet, but we're excited. We're out here hustling. You know what they say, hustle hard. That's the motto we push. We go above and beyond because we care. Let's get to work. Making our way over where Bobcat's at. Nah, this thing was just gonna eat through all this shit.
Yeah, literally, bro. I'm just supporting him so he doesn't fuck up anything.
Whole operation going on, brother. I got this recording for our first ever YouTube video.
There you go.
This is a perfect opportunity to do it. Yeah, we're just trying to make it fun. At this point, fuck. Here within the next couple weeks, we'll just go buy another one and have it set up to do a full-blown time-lapse just right here in the corner where it films the whole thing, where I can still do this and he can do this and shit. It just makes sense.
What's up, guys? Basically, I put together a few clips that we recorded from our Farmington project, and I'll go ahead and play them now. As you can see, we're just doing some grading work, prepping the actual specific areas that we're going to be laying gravel in. We're prepping that 1 to 2 inches that we need, of course, piling all the debris in the street, and then of course hauling away the debris, loading it up into roll-offs and trailers and whatnot. The team did an excellent job on this project, and they really busted their butts. Took us about a week to do, well, I'd say about 93,000 square feet or so, I want to say, all in all. So it was a really long project for us, but we went ahead and we got it done. Definitely do it again, of course. We love what we do. Of course, as you can see, all of the drip systems and water features and everything are actually turned off in the houses. It was grass, and now they're actually switching it to gravel. So of course they called us and said we do excellent work, and you know, we'd like to continue to do good work, of course. And here we are, just kind of showing them what we're all about. And the first part of the video is pretty much just us grading and trying to level and hauling away all the debris from the corners and everything like that. And this Bobcat was definitely giving us some trouble because it was actually ISO controls. It wasn't the foot pedals, and I hate the ISO controls, but we did our best to get it done. And you know, loading up some gravel, and Steven was loading up wheelbarrows, and we had the semi kind of dump it right in the middle, just considering it was an active building. There were people driving around and walking around and stuff, so we wanted to make sure everything was out of the way and all the materials were out of the way. But now we're ready for some gravel, so we got our 2 inches, and Now we're kind of just throwing down the gravel here and having the boys kind of spread it out while I kind of grab some gravel with the skid steer and stuff. And you'll notice here in a little bit the skid steer actually starts to throw some check engine lights, which was very awful because it caused so much delays. Constantly had to stop and reset the machine, and when you're doing a job like this on a time frame that's rough, you can't afford to have any delays. So that was about the only thing that sucked during this project. We actually ended up getting another skid steer later on in the week, just to kind of help us spread, because grading and leveling, it just took up too much time as far as only using one machine to both spread and level and grade and clear out the land and stuff. So we actually ended up getting a second loader that we rented, and it kind of, one guy was spreading, one guy was grading and leveling and xeriscaping and prepping it and stuff. So we were able to manage time a lot more better while doing that. But of course that wasn't until about day 2 or 3. Day 1 and 2 we were just kind of getting the feel for things, kind of working late nights. It was the middle of summer, so it was nice because sun got up at 6 a.m., started at 6 a.m. and didn't finish till about 9 p.m. When the sun went down, so that was super helpful. During the winter it's really rough because you can't really do that and stuff like that, but I tried to get as close to the house as possible. Of course, the guys were the ones that kind of did all the detailing around the edges and stuff. I was just kind of there to get most of the dirt out and kind of get it with the bucket and haul it away and everything like that. So slowly but surely going, getting things done. Like I said, the machine just really slowed us down. It was just really awful. Didn't want to mess up too much by hitting the house and everything like that, so you got to be very tedious when you're working around buildings and stuff, especially with the ISO controlled machine. I mean, those ISO controls, I don't know what they were thinking. If you can't operate for controls, you shouldn't even be on the machine, that's just kind of how I think of it. But slowly getting our 2 inches, and as you can see, everyone's spreading, waiting on gravel pretty much, and it was just we were trying to work very productively and coming up with good game plans and whatnot. But this was about early morning, I want to say right around 7-8. It wasn't too early, but we were already working for a good 2 hours when I decided to pull out the GoPro to get recording. But I'll let you guys watch these clips, and I'll catch back with you later. So this is the point where things actually start to get a little frustrating. We ran into an issue where the customer actually changed his mind last second and actually wanted to remove all of the stumps and trees in front of the house. So, this is a 70 horsepower machine, and it was really struggling to get this stump out. It was kind of easy. We ended up getting it within 5 minutes or so, but it was definitely challenging for the skid steer going back and forth and stuff. And like I said, these ISO controls do not help whatsoever. But we ended up getting it, got a few more bushes actually from outside of the houses and stuff that we actually ended up removing and everything like that. But same thing, grading, leveling, filling up the holes, making sure everything's flat and even. This is already going to be our third house on the property. Now, I think there was a total of 30 houses that we did. So we had already gotten the first two graded, leveled, and prepped with the gravel. So now we're moving on to the other yard. As you can see, there's another stump, and there goes the check engine light. I had to reset it. Took a little while, but we were finally able to get it done. And now we're just kind of, there it is right there. Basically through another check engine light. So it was definitely a process, but I ended up getting off, and I was like, nah, this ain't gonna work. I gotta call the technician to come in and fix it. So there I am on the phone, kind of explaining what's going on, letting them know that one of the joysticks actually ended up being broken, which was causing it to throw the check engine light. So those were the kind of codes that I sent them, and pretty much telling them, hey, I need a guy to come out here and fix this skid loader because it's really giving us issues and it's delaying us. So they ended up sending a guy, and of course he was brand new. He didn't have much experience under his belt, so he kind of took everything apart and put it back together. And yeah, it was just a whole thing. So they finally ended up coming, but yeah, it was just a pain. But that's kind of what's happening in this clip.
Alright, so this is where we're staying. We're on campus. These guys are absolutely awesome. They gave us a whole house to stay in. 18 sleeping accommodations. So there's 18 different beds. We got the whole living room with the TV. We got the PS5 and everything that we still got to set up, at least for the week. That way we all kick it and have a good time. You know how it goes. Got a whole downstairs that low-key scares the absolute crap out of me. I got my little room here. And yeah, man, full-blown kitchen. These guys really take care of us. Definitely appreciate all of the hospitality that they've shown us thus far. I'm gonna get back outside. I just mounted up the suction cup, so I'm gonna throw this little fucker on the Bobcat and get you guys some Bobcat point of view as we're breaking ground.
So here we are back on the Bobcat. Here are some more clips that we have. This is actually, I want to say, our fourth house that we're doing. As you can see, we ended up getting another skid loader, but we're just piling up the debris. One Bobcat piling up the debris, then the other one is going to be spreading. And as you can see, it threw 2 check engine lights within the last minute and a half. I did speed up the video just to kind of get past all of these parts quickly. But as you can see, we're piling up some of the gravel. This was what's left over of that semi trailer that actually got dropped off. I think each load was about 50 tons or so it ended up taking a lot, and we're not even at the bottom section of the property yet. I think there was, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a total of 7 houses up top, plus a park area that we had to do. So it definitely took a lot of gravel, for sure. I'd have to get the exact square footage and let you guys know on that, but it's been a couple months since we've done it. But as you can see, another check engine light. This Bobcat was just giving us such a hassle. So basically right here, I'm trying to be very detailed when it comes to getting a lot of the dirt away from the patio on the sidewalk. You definitely don't want to damage any existing landscaping that's there, because it obviously dishes into profits, and then we'd have to build a paver patio and stuff like that. But just another clip. So here, as you can see, the roll-off is being dropped off. This is our first roll-off of the day. So obviously I piled up all of the debris and trash into the middle of the parking lot, obviously out of the way so people can still drive. And waste management came and dropped off this roll-off for us so we can start actually loading some of the debris in there. It was a pretty big roll-off, not gonna lie. But you'd be surprised, it actually filled up super quickly. We didn't even get all of the houses, all of the debris in there. You know, we probably got the first 4 houses in there. Like I said, I mean, getting that 1 to 2 inches and considering it was already sod, we had a lot of piles of dirt, you know. So we had no choice but to kind of haul it away. Coordinated with the property manager and stuff, and he was completely fine with us throwing some of the dirt into the roll-off. Of course, the company wasn't too happy, but what are you gonna do, right? We have to get the job done. We all have to get paid. So here we are. I already had an operator jump on and already start filling up the Bobcat with some of the debris. So that's what he was doing. Kept throwing that check engine light code, man. Kept having to reset it. Basically, you gotta put it into park, lift up the seat belt and the module, and pretty much have it reset. It was just awful. So technician, like I said, he came out. You know, I'm not too sure if he had shown up yet in this clip, but it was still giving us issues, but we were still able to use it. So everything showed up, and this is just game planning. I actually ended up moving our utility trailer, which had the big yellow signs on each side. I actually ended up moving that to the very front of the building and the property, right next to the road. They were doing construction and everyone was driving slow, so I thought it was the perfect opportunity for us to park our big yellow sign for some free advertisement. So as you can see, that's what I'm doing now. I am kind of just trying to pull it basically up the sidewalk so I can turn it sideways, basically, so the big yellow sign is able to face the road here at a certain angle. I thought it was the perfect opportunity for us to take, so I went ahead and I took it. And a couple people actually ended up calling us from us doing this and stuff. Obviously, I had to move it in when the day was done, but keeping it there from early morning to late at night definitely helped for sure. Here's a clip of us actually starting to throw the debris and old sod and roots and everything into the roll-offs. So this is our first bucket getting thrown in there, but I'm just gonna let this clip play for a little bit, give you guys some on the operator point of view action. As you can see, there's a lot of dirt that we have to throw away, so it's kind of one of those things where we had kind of no choice but to get that 2 inches to put the rock down. So we had no choice but to remove 2 inches worth of dirt, basically. And like I said, I just absolutely hate these ISO controls. I know I keep saying that a lot, but I can't express my feelings enough. I mean, I just hate these ISO controls. This Bobcat needs to have foot pedals, and like I said, the project would have probably been cut in half just based off of the time that I spent on the actual skid steer. Just continuing to backtrack, get those 2 inches. Not much going on. Just gonna have you guys sit back and relax and watch these clips, these next couple clips, but basically just trying to get that 2 inches. Definitely a lot of dirt and sod and vegetation that was there, existing drip systems, existing landscape designs and stuff. We are going to keep that existing gravel, so we didn't end up going all the way to the back, but we just continued to pile everything up and load it up into the roll-off. And the first 4 yards were already done. We were wrapping it up for the day, and it was all ready to rock and roll. We just needed to go back and actually tear off and cut some of the excess weed barrier that was still on the gravel. But other than that, the first 4 or 5 yards were already done. So we were just gonna call it a day after this front yard and make some dinner. So that's kind of where we were at.
Alright guys, we're wrapping it up for the day. We ended up going and picking up a second Bobcat since we were making such great timing. Got Josiah and Manuel over there just kind of putting everything away. A little bit of a progress update. As you guys know, we were running that time lapse for majority of the skid steer work, and we got a lot done. A lot's graded, a lot's ready to rock and roll. Like I said, we are only going a 1-inch depth on this project. Typically when it comes to spreading gravel, you like to go 2-inch depth, but 1 inch just to beautify. And I don't know how much of that you guys can actually see, but we got quite a bit done. We busted out busted out 3 large sections when it came to spreading the gravel, and we busted out about 5 sections when it came to doing the zero scaping. So all in all, I believe it was a very successful day for everybody here at Sandia Valley Services, and now you guys get to enjoy us sitting down, enjoying the evening, get a feel for how we are in the evening time, see how we're gonna cook dinner, we're all gonna grab a quick shower, we'll probably hook up the PS5 and game it up. And of course, I know it's one of our first videos, but you know, like we treat all of our boys here at Sandia Valley Services, we're all family. You guys are in for the ride. We're excited to have you guys in for the ride. And remember, hustle hard, baby. Let's go.